Hello and welcome to another video to learn something about virtual environment. This time we are looking at a virtual firewall which is IPfire. So this is not the final architecture topology that we implement. This is just for your information that IPfire can be installed and can be implemented and work inside a virtual inside even at home, right? You can use it at home as your virtual um, firewall. You can connect it to the internet, so you can connect this one to internet, and then there is a WAN port for your firewall. You can connect it to the modem and internet. Actually, it has ability to receive and connect actually to the ISP even. And then you can have a DNS server on that. You can run a DHCP server on that, and um, you can build your internal network by using this amplifier as the first node at home. Because working in a lab environment is a bit challenging with amplifier, and we need to consider some maybe networking devices or some considerations. To make it easier, I'm going to work on this architecture. This is a very easy one to give you an idea about how to install IPfire on a virtual machine, and then how to configure two ports on that in red-green topology, and then how to set the routing in firewall, and then how to set firewall rules. So this is something that I'm going to work on for this experiment. To do that, I'm going to start implementing the firewall itself on a virtual machine, and then two other virtual machines, VM1, VM2, for the test, right, on two sides of this firewall. So let me go ahead and start by creating a VM for actually I have a running one already, but I'd like to show you how to go ahead with the complete installation. So this is my IPfire, and this time it's a test for us. And then you can go with IPfire ISO file, the one that you can download from the internet for free. It is an open source firewall, so you can download it for free. The address to download will be in the comment of this video. And then for the type OS, you can go to a Linux one, and then you can leave the rest as it is. Now let me start the VM. And then actually it's better to go and add two network adapters before going to this one. So let me just stop it, like power off. Is it like hard shutdown? Let's go to the network adapter for this one, because I need two network adapters for two sites. The first network adapter is on internal network, and LAN 1, I like to put it on LAN 1. Then I will connect this one to one of those VMs. Then adapter 2 will be enabled, and I put it in internal network, and this time LAN 2. So I have adapter 1 on internal network LAN 1, adapter 2 on internal network LAN 2. Now I have two adapters ready to go. My suggestion is to even make a note of their MAC addresses, because later you should completely know which one is connected to green, which one is connected to red interface. For now, it's okay. Now let's turn it on, and let's configure the firewall, and then complete the installation of the firewall itself. So let's go to install firewall, and then while it's coming up, then you can also go and work on two Windows 10 machines. So these are two Windows 10 machines. Windows 10.1 is connected to internal network LAN 1, and then Windows 10.2 is connected to Internet network LAN 2, right? So you can also, while it's going on, you can also configure and build these two Windows machines. We need them later. Okay, so I guess the tab is now on the other window. I guess it went to the other window. I need to return it back to this one. And let me make it smaller to show you what's going on. All right, so this is IPfire. And let's go ahead with start by English and then start installation. It asks to delete data on the virtual hard drive for that one, which is okay. They can delete everything. And ext4 file system is fine. The default option is fine for IPfire. So again, to make my suggestion complete, we need two other VMs, Windows 10.1, Windows 10.2, Windows 10.1, adapter 1 goes to internal LAN 1, and adapter 2 goes to internal lab 2, right? So VM 2, internal network LAN 2, Windows 1, internal network LAN 1, okay? So let's go to reboot. The other point is you do some configurations while it's booting up, right? And then you can either finish all configurations here, and don't worry if you make any mistake, because later when we go to the GUI of this firewall, you can change it, right? You can modify it. So we do not have that much concern about any mistake that we do during the installation. So I don't know why this window is just jump to another screen. So now let's go to keyboard mapping. US is fine, and then for the time zone, I'm going to no, I don't want to. So I go to Canada, and then Canada Eastern is my place. So okay, maybe by tab. And then the machine host name is IPfire, which is fine. Local domain for the domain for now is fine. You can even then define a domain name, right? You can configure this IPfire as DNS server, and you can have your domain. So for now, local domain is fine. For the password for the root, put a password that you remember, and then re-enter. It doesn't type anything, just go ahead with entering that one. Okay, and then for admin password, something same. Just type your password and then redo it. Nothing will be typed, right? And okay. So this is important. Network configuration type. Let's go ahead with OK. Now green and red is our topology. Let's go ahead, and then for drivers and card assignments, for the green, let's go ahead. Now it's time to choose which interface goes to green, which interface goes to red. Now, if I look at my topology again, green one, let's go to green. Green one goes to VM1 LAN 1. So whatever is connected to LAN 1 is the adapter for green. So let's go here. Let's go to IPfire. Let's go to network. And then let's see which one connected to LAN 1. LAN 1 connected to adapter with E6BF at the end of the MAC address. E6BF, right? Now, if I come back to installation, the one that has E6BF or 8F is the one that I'm looking for to connect to green. So actually, by chance, it's selected now. So we can go to select, and then green is done. Let's go to red. Red, the only adapter remained is that one. Let's check, right? Let's recheck. 83C1. 83C1 goes to red, and red is LAN 2, right? So red LAN 2, Let's go here. Adapter 2 goes to LAN 2. 83C1 is the last digit for MAC address. And let's come back here, and this is 83C1. So that's correct. Let's go to select, and this is done. So assign card, network cards is done. For address settings, let's go to green. And then for green, what is that? For green one, we can go to 1.1/24. Let's go with that one, 1.1/24. So 192.168.1.1/24, which is there, done. For the red part, because red part is actually the one that we can configure DHCP on that. So we don't need to configure DHCP right now. You can do it later if you like. I'm going to go with the static. But remember, if you like to select any of the DHCP one, you need to hit the space, right, to select it. But for now, I need to be a static. Then by tab, I move down to IP address. And IP address for the red one is 172.16.100.36/24. So let's go to that one. So this is 172.16.100.36/24. And then if you say hit, and if it said, oh, I need the gateway, for the gateway, go ahead and put, let me go ahead. You can go with 192.16.100. I put, because we do not have any gateway here to this machine, right? So we can put maybe 36 or 1, and then we can maybe change it later, right? So whatever works for us, because actually we do not have that much gateway on this port, but it's good to go with 36. Why? Because later for virtual machine gateway, I put 36. So let's go with 36. And then done, right? So everything is done. Let's go to done. And then we do not need DHCP here. So let's go to maybe just OK. Setup is complete. All right, so setup is complete on this one, and I guess it goes to be rebooted, and then it stays on, let's see, it stays on command line, and it waits for a login to the system. So I'm waiting for this virtual machine to be up. Actually, I'm now pausing the video, and I'm waiting for the machine to be up. Okay, so it's on, right? It's coming up, and now it's ready to log in. So let me click here. For login, you can go to root and then put the password that you configured, and then you are in that IPfire. You can go to ifconfig to be sure that the IPs are okay. And as you see here, for green, we put 192.168.1.1/24 is there. For red, we put 172.16.100.36/24. So both are okay. And then it's ready. So IPfire and firewall is ready. Now, beside that, as I told you, we need 2 Windows machine. Windows machine 10.2. Let me just bring it a little down to see the number. So this is 10.2 and this is 10.1, right? So I have the first one. Let me go ahead and we'll go to IP config. IP config. So as you see, the Windows 1 has 192.168.1.2, and then for the gateway, I used interface for the firewall. So this is connected to LAN 1, right, the green one. And then for the red one, I have virtual machine 2 is connected to red one. IP is 172.16.100.35. And then for the default gateway, I use .36, the red interface of our firewall. So these two are now ready. These VMs are ready, and also this firewall is ready. Now, To connect to the GUI of the firewall, we should go to this VM1, right? To VM1, and I did something here to connect, and you can see that in home of the GUI, we have all information. So how to connect? You should go to the IP address of your IPfire, and then the port is 444, right? So if you put HTTPS 192.168.1.1 and then for port 444, then you can go to the GUI of your machine. It asks for username and password. You can go with admin and the password, and you're here for the system home, and you can see that the this is the red side, red port 172.16.136, and the green one is 192.168.1.1. Everything is done okay. Now, to have a successful ping between these two VMs, we should do something. We should first do a route, right? Make a route, and also we need to create some firewall rules. So let's do it. On our GUI, right? On our GUI, what I do, I can go to network, I can go to the static routes, and I already defined two routes here, and we need to look at these two. What are the routes? The routes are, let me go to first one. For the first one, I said if any packet goes to the network 100.0, the next gateway is, the next hop is 100.36, the IPfire red interface, right? And the other route is if any packet goes to 192.168.1.0/24 goes to the green interface of the router. So these are two routes that are created and they are all active, right? Apart from that, to configure the firewalls, you can go to firewall rules, and the firewall rules that I created here is ICMP, right? Allow ICMP. Now, how? Let's go to create a new rule and show you how. Imagine that you are looking to say whatever goes from green to red is allowed. So ICMP is allowed from green to red, right? So to say green to red is allowed by ICMP, you can say for the source is green, and then for the destination is red, right? Let's go to red, little, and then for the protocol you can say ICMP, and then remember that accept, deny, or drop and reject, they are here. You should say accept here, so just click on accept here, and then the rest of that you can leave it as it is, and then you can add. I'm not adding now because I have it there here. So green to red by ICMP is active, allowed. Red to green by ICMP is also active, right? And the last one is there by default. I didn't delete it, I didn't modify it. So for the firewall rules, we need also two ICMP rules, allow from green to red and red to green. So when you are done with these settings, then if you go to your virtual machines, the Windows machines, these two, let's go to this command line. So this is on green side, and I can now ping the other side. Let's go to ping 172.16.100.35, right? This is the other instance, and ping works, right? So ping works on this side. Let's go to red side and let's ping the green one. 192.168.1.2 is the VM on the green side, and this is also works, right? So it shows that the IPfire, which is active already, does the routing, which we define on static routes here, network static routes. These routes are working for us, and as well as the firewall rules, which are defined to allow ICMP from green to red and from red to green. Now, our job is done. Just for your information, if you go to services, you can see that we have something like IPsec, we have OpenVPN. On network, you can go to domain name system, DNS, you can define some zones, you have URL filtering, you have web proxy, you have DHCP server, DNS forwarding, and then you can define aliases. And then there are lots, right? There are lots of features on that. Only thing is that to work by some of these features, you need to connect your IP firewall to maybe a real network, right? Not a virtual one, just a real network. It needs real connection to the network. And then it works, really. It works as a firewall for your home purposes, or for even your data center, right? Maybe your mini data center, your personal data center. Okay, so this is done, and then this is the final result. So these two computers, VM1 and VM2, they can see each other and they can communicate through pings. I hope you enjoyed working on IP firewall, and I tried to put everything, all the information that you need on the comment parts for this video. Thank you.